Hello!
And welcome
to Nightmare Nation,
a paranormal-themed podcast where we talk about haunted places around the world.
And scary things.
And demons.
And ghosts.
And witches.
And seances.
And cults.
And serial killers.
And aliens.
Ah, shit. And UFOs.
Ah, shit. We do talk about shit every once in a blue moon.
We do, yeah. Mm-hmm. We try to stay off that topic because, I mean, it's not a super fun topic to talk about.
I mean, one could describe our entire podcast as essentially just a giant shit show. So...
pretty much.
It's on topic, I feel like.
Yes.
Yes.
And because we want to scare the pants off of you, and sometimes we've told you to wear Depends because it's so scary you might poop your pants.
Yeah, if bodily functions happen while we talk about scary things, there's no judgment. This is a safe place. Yeah. No one is watching you. It's okay. Everyone poops.
Everyone does poop.
Everybody poops.
If you didn't poop, you'd probably be dead.
Oh, yes.
So
yes, you would.
It's just part of life, okay?
Oh, what a delicious conversation.
This is really great.
Yeah.
So friends,
we hope you all had a very merry, happy holiday season.
Yes.
We're coming to you after a couple-week hiatus, so...
like 2 weeks.
I know. Anna and I were
3 weeks.
trying to be COVID responsible and kind of quarantine so we could see family, but now we're back at it.
We're back.
So thanks for putting up with our bloops episode last week. Mm-hmm. Hope you had fun.
We promise that this will be a sensical episode because, one, it's 10:30 in the morning.
We are not drinking.
We're not drinking. We do not have a bottle of wine in front of us.
No.
And even though we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks, we're still gonna try and contain our tangents.
We're gonna try to get it together a little bit. We did blab for like a half hour before we started recording, so
we got a little bit out of our system.
A little bit out.
But
so
we'll be seeing each other again on Thursday for New Year's.
Yes.
So it's going to be
/ my birthday.
/ her birthday.
Hooray.
Gosh. I literally, the last week I think it was, I was thinking about your birthday. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to turn 30 in like 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Correct.
Oh, wait, no. No, in 1 year, I think is what I thought.
Oh.
I thought that I was turning 29 this year. I was like, when did this happen? I was like, wait. That's not right.
No.
How old am I? 27.
I had to double check with Anders because he just turned 28 and I was like, how old are you again? Because that's how old I'm going to be next week. Yeah. And I'm like, are you 28? And he's like, I think so. We don't remember anymore.
It's ridiculous. It's like weird. After 25, I don't remember.
Is any late 20s year any different than any other?
I don't think so. It all
the
just
birthdays
is
are all
like
just the same.
Mash of just years.
A mash of years.
It's just all the same. After 21, it's just
yeah.
There's nothing.
I agree.
There's nothing to look forward to.
Yeah. Except for sushi. Kidding. I'm looking forward to sushi on my birthday.
Yes! We are making homemade sushi, you guys. Never made homemade sushi.
It's fun.
I'm so excited.
It's delicious.
We're gonna make some delicious beverages.
And we should wear our matching.
Oh yes! Annie! She's the best!
I surprised Anna with custom Nightmare Nation t-shirts.
Nightmare Nation t-shirts, and they're the cutest fucking things
There's
in the
little
whole
ghosties
world.
on them.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna post a picture
we are.
on Tuesday for our episode picture.
Yes, we are.
So you guys will see it, and then let us know if you're interested in purchasing these t-shirts, because maybe we'll just
reorder them. I think. Pretty sure.
Otherwise, we'll just find a different one to order t-shirts from.
We'll make it happen. You tell us if you want one. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Great.
We'll see what the interest is. Yeah. And then go from there.
Yes. Let us know.
Because, I mean, these are pretty fucking cool shirts.
They are pretty cool.
They're so cute.
I know. There's got 3 little ghosts on them. And it's got our Nightmare Nation font with all the, shadowy stuff. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
It does smell a little weird.
That's because it didn't get washed before I gave it to you.
I know.
Fresh out of the box.
It's got that new chemical t-shirt smell.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
But overall, I feel like the printing is generally... It's
so
pretty high quality.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like just a sticker.
No.
It's pretty good.
It's actual good screen print.
Yeah.
We could just buy our own screen printer.
That would be cool.
And then make all of the t-shirts.
Let's do it as a shared Christmas gift to each other. Yes. We'll just buy a printer.
That would be perfect. See, and then if we do merchandise, we can do our own mug, and we can make a spooky, a smoky, black and white,
drifty, mist.
Ooh, we could get one of those color changing ones.
Oh, so where it heats
black
up
and smoky, and then it heats up, and then it turns white, and it's Nightmare Nation.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, guys.
And then you put it in the freezer. And then it's a devil face.
Oh, that sounds perfect.
Yes.
Yes. You guys, here we go. Merch line.
And then it also glows in the dark.
Perfect.
That'd be sweet.
Yes.
Cool.
All of the things are going to happen.
That coffee mug probably won't happen.
No.
But the t-shirts could possibly happen. So.
Yes. We got to know your interests first
Yes.
before we start spending money.
So this week, friends, we're returning to our natural format of blabbing and getting off topic for about 10 minutes and then talking about a haunted place.
Yes.
So we hope you enjoyed our serial killer special.
Oh, that was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
We have to do it again.
I know, it was great.
Because I really enjoyed it.
It's not really anything paranormal related, but I do feel like it's nightmare related.
It is.
So therefore, it fits into the title of our podcast.
Yes, it does.
So if you guys liked that, please let us know, because we'd like to do it again.
I would love to do another one.
Speaking of nightmares, tell me about your nightmare.
I was just gonna say that. Okay, so I went on a full week kick. I think it was last week. Literally, all I watched was murder episodes, Forensic Files, NCIS, Criminal Minds, scary movies, death, nothing happy I watched last week, which is probably pertaining to my not so happy moods all the time.
Possibly.
But I just enjoy
I can't help
scary
it.
Movie. Exactly.
I have to, even though it's terrible,
Yes.
I have to watch them.
Exactly.
It's an addiction.
I just need to, I watch comedies and I'm just bored.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
I pretty much can watch Parks and Rec and horror movies and anything, and Ink Master, still watching
Yes.
Ink Master, but anything beyond that is just no.
Exactly.
Doesn't do it for me anymore.
All the new comedies are just stupid and most
Yeah.
of the new shows are stupid. Anyways, okay. So, I think this was Thursday or Friday night of last week. I fell asleep in my bed. Went to bed in my bed.
I had to clarify.
I do.
You fell asleep in your bed.
I had to think about it for a second because my nightmare felt so real. So I was having trouble going to bed and falling asleep, and I finally did. And I had a nightmare, and I've never had one. I was literally paralyzed. I couldn't move. I was terrified.
Was it an incubus?
No.
Pinning you down and
No.
trying to possess you?
No.
Oh. That's
That
what it
would be
always is in the
terrifying.
horror movies, and they're laying there and they can't
And
move.
then their
and
tongue is just coming
Yeah,
for you.
exactly.
No, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
But in my dream, I was sleeping on the couch in the living room.
Oh, that's confusing.
Yes, that's why I had to specify that I was sleeping in my bed.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So then I had a dream that I was sleeping out on the couch. And we're on the bottom floor of our duplex, so our windows are ground level. So anybody who walks by can just look in. And I woke up from sleeping in my dream to looking out the window, and there were these two guys staring at me through the window, but they had those gross pig masks on that you typically see in the horror movies.
Like The Village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. And they were wearing those, and they had a big smile on the mask, which was even more creepy. And then they come trotting around, and I thought that they were going to come in. So my heart is racing, I can't move. And then I wake up from that dream, but I was still terrified, and I thought that people were coming in because my surroundings weren't I thought I was out in the living room sleeping and that we had never gone to bed.
Oh, so you were disoriented that you were in your bedroom.
I was disoriented thinking I was still out on the couch.
Right, but you were actually in your bedroom. Yeah.
Until I finally woke up and there was nothing, I was just in bed and I was fine. And then the rest of the night, my dream, I was in some sort of village or around town, and I think it was the apocalypse, and there was this group of killers coming at us and trying to kill us, but we had to do certain things for them. I don't remember a lot more of it, but it was just killers coming at us and trying to kill us for everything, and it was not super awesome.
That's terrifying.
Yep.
So
I didn't like it.
Did you take a break from scary things then?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The next day I watched a couple happy movies, I think, but then obviously I went back to scary stuff.
Well, yeah.
So.
We found a couple of really bad horror movies that I can't wait to watch with you on Thursday.
I'm so excited.
Please tell me you guys want to watch them, because
of course we
they're
do.
So bad. I want to tell you about them right now, but I'm not going to because I don't want to spoil anything, because they're that bad. It was just
this is gonna
so
be great.
funny. Oh my God. Anders and I were peeing our pants. It was so bad. And it was I honestly, at one point was is this supposed to be a horror comedy? And I looked it up and it just says horror. It did not say horror comedy. So I'm Wow.
Perfect.
It's pretty rough.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
I love terrible horror movies.
I know, they're the best.
Also, if you haven't watched it yet, you have to watch Evil on Netflix.
I haven't. I
think it was the day I binged it because I'm almost done with season 1 and there's only 1 season. And then that's when I had my nightmare.
Oh.
But it's so good.
So you're telling me I'm going to have nightmares if I watch it?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remind me what it's about again.
So this girl who is a lawyer, she's a psychologist who works with the DA's office. And is typically she like goes on stand at trials to help diagnose.
This is a real person.
people.
It's not fiction, or is it fiction?
It's fiction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking it was like a documentary series for some reason. Okay.
No. And so she goes on stand for this one guy, but then there's this priest who comes in and actually tells her that he's possessed, and she's like, "No, it's multiple personality disorder." And this and that. And then, so she's all scientific, and then this priest obviously thinks it's a demon. Mm-hmm. And then stuff happens, and the psychologist befriends the priest, and then they start like a little clan together going to help possessed children and people.
Interesting. That's like the beginning part it reminded me a lot of like the Exorcism of Emily Rose, where it's like the lawyer person who is trying to like represent the priest who was put on trial for killing Emily Rose by performing the exorcism, and then she's all scientific and she doesn't believe it, and then the priest convinces her that it's real, and that is exactly what it sounded like at first.
It's pretty similar, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's super good. Super good.
Cool.
I really like it.
I had a nightmare last night.
You did?
I don't really remember much of it, but I remember that I was like in a sort of like, you know, the Saw movies and like Jigsaw kidnaps people and they go through all this stuff. I love those movies. Mm-hmm. But I was like in sort of a Jigsaw like puzzle thing, kind of like, but it wasn't quite as creepy as like the Saw challenges. It was more of like an escape room type situation. Mm-hmm. But we were trapped by someone like maniacal and evil, and someone was trying to like shoot people and like pick off the people around me with like sniper rifle bullets.
Jesus.
Like people were going down like around me, and we were trying to like solve the puzzle to get out of the room, and I was like, oh my god,
I'm gonna die.
I like literally don't remember anything else about it. I just remember we were trying to escape and there was someone like sniping people.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No. So
I don't like dreams. Most of the times.
I don't mind dreams. I don't like nightmares.
No. Yeah. That was like the first nightmare I've ever had.
Oh. Don't you have nightmares all the time about spiders?
They're night terrors.
Oh. I guess yeah, they're different.
Because that I know I'm awake, and I know it's not real, but I still see it. I haven't had one of those in a while.
You know, do you take acid before you go to bed?
You know, something could be spiked. I never know.
You should look into Ben if he's giving you nighttime cocktails. I should. Make sure you check him for...
Make sure he's not poisoning me.
Yeah.
It's the possibility. Ben. It's like all I ever see on Forensic Files, too.
Someone
everybody
poisoning their
everybody.
Spouse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's always arsenic or antifreeze.
Antifreeze?
Yeah.
Oh my god, how awful.
Because they used to make it so you couldn't smell it or taste it in your drink.
Oh.
And it's got some sort of chemical in it.
Yeah, cyanide is flavorless.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Yep. Good one.
Yep. Don't poison people,
Please
guys.
don't.
We're not telling you how to poison people.
No.
Don't do it.
If you can't differentiate our ramblings from, like, life advice at this point, then you should probably stop listening to this podcast, so.
Pretty much.
So on that note, shall we get into it?
I suppose so.
Anna.
Yes.
Where are we going?
Oh, where are we going? I don't know. That's a great question. Let me get my notes up. We're going to Canada.
Canada.
Fairmont. Banff.
Actually,
I don't like
I
that.
meant to look this up and I forgot. I wanted to check and see if this place is anywhere near the town of Banff, Canada.
Banff.
Because there's a gorgeous national park that I really want to go to in Banff.
This is on a national park.
Is this place... It's got to be in Banff. No,
I don't know. I would assume it's in Banff.
I was talking to Anders about it, and he literally was like, "Are you just saying Banff? Like, badass motherfucker?" I'm like, "No, I'm Banff.
It is. It's in Banff, Alberta, Canada.
Okay, because I really want to go there really badly.
Such bad. It looks
such
beautiful.
Bad. Look at this fucking national park.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
Gorgeous.
It's stunning.
Let's
Look
just go
at
to
that.
Canada.
Yeah, and it's also by Jasper, which is another national park. I think it's by Jasper, but look at that.
Oh,
it's so
God.
gorgeous. Okay, so
That
I
looks
like
perfect.
legitimately want to go to Banff, Canada.
Let's go.
And flights are not all that expensive. So
Perfect.
when the Canadians start letting us in again, we should
Yes.
go.
I don't know if they ever will allow us.
And I wouldn't blame them.
I wouldn't either.
Like, stay back,
Yep.
America. You guys suck.
We are. We're pretty
We're
terrible.
the worst.
We
Okay.
are. Stupid
Okay,
Americans.
sorry to derail.
Okay,
but-
Fairmont Banff Springs Hotels. Springs
Hotel.
Springs Hotel.
Did you catch that, guys?
Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. Terrible name.
We can just call it the hotel.
The hotel. Thank
Okay,
you.
yep.
So the hotel is commonly known as the Banff Springs Hotel, and it is a historic hotel located in Banff, Alberta, Canada.
How many more times can we say Banff?
Like my mouth can't make that sound
It's a
and that
strange
word.
mouth shape that you have to
Yes.
do. Banff.
Banff.
How many times does is N followed by like an F?
Never.
I can't think of another word off the top of my head where you have to make that kind of like sound where it's like oomph.
Yeah. Like Banff is
Yeah.
fine because you already have the to get into the f, whereas N it's like a niff.
Yeah. It's like what?
Niff.
Well, I feel like anytime there's an F following an N, it's part like sunfish. Like it doesn't just
Yes.
end in the F.
Yeah.
Words ending in
There's-
F are kind of rare anyway, but then to have like an N okay. We can move on from this topic.
Vocabulary.
Oh, it's just weird.
Banff. So it's situated in the Banff National Park. I think I'm done with this word
Okay,
now.
great.
The hotel overlooks a valley towards Mount Ruddle, both of which are situated within the Rocky Mountain mountain range.
Beautiful.
The hotel was first opened in 1888 by the Canadian Pacific Railway and was one of the earliest Grand Railway hotels, and throughout the years underwent many stages of growth and development, which I will not go through all of the growth and development.
I want all of
because
it.
I don't want to bore you to shit.
I want every detail of every year worth of growth and development right now.
No.
For the next 3 hours. Let's
No.
go.
I mean, I probably could.
Okay.
Because, with it being opened in 1888,
It's an old hotel.
it's quite old.
It's so pretty, though. It's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
I want to go there so
Yes.
bad. Okay.
But guess what?
What?
In 1926, a fire destroyed the original structure on the property.
Was it the Great Banff Fire?
I mean, it could be. They didn't name this one. But I swear every structure we've gone over
Has burned down. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Maybe that's why they're all haunted.
Probably.
It's like something about just like a giant pile of flames just attracts ghosts and demons.
the devil portal.
Yeah.
Yep. So fire destroyed property.
So watch out with your campfires, guys. Don't open any portals to hell on accident.
Don't use Ouija boards right by the fire.
Yes.
Create a portal of hell.
And don't
want
burn
that.
the Ouija board either. You'll piss
Yeah.
off the demons.
Don't do that, because then
do
the
it.
Ouija board will just come back for you, so.
We just rewatched Paranormal Activity, and she makes him promise not to buy a Ouija
Oh,
board.
God, yes. That part pisses me off.
Oh my God, he's such an asshole.
ass.
He's like, well, I didn't buy it. I borrowed it. And I'm like, fuck you,
It's
dude.
still a fucking Ouija board.
She's like, you know what I meant. And he thinks he's like, there's nothing wrong with it. He's like,
Yeah.
well, I didn't buy one. I promised I wouldn't buy one.
That's what Ben would do.
I know.
Right. So
Okay.
replacement structure was created in 1928. The present hotel is made up of 2 main buildings, an 11-story tower, and the main block of the hotel. It was designed by Walter S. Painter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very fitting.
I know. I don't think he painted it, though.
Oh.
He just built it.
Well, that's lame.
I know.
But he doesn't have some crazy ass last name like every other architect for every other place we've covered.
It's not absolutely ridiculous. And the construction for the tower building began in 1911 and was completed in 1914. The main block of hotel was erected
Whoa.
from 1927 to 1928. And this erection replaced the original wooden
God.
hotel that was destroyed in a fire.
What are we, 12?
We're not even drunk.
Nope.
So after the fire, John W. Orrock, an engineer, was charged with designing the replacement building. Orrock based elements of the new building, so as the tower that was added, with the general styles of the original wooden building. So it's kind of a mix match of the old with the new. Fancy. And the main block features, where the rooms are located, feature massive wall surfaces.
What?
Steep copper
wall surfaces?
Massive wall surfaces. So you just have, I'm assuming, really high walls?
What? It's like, isn't every wall surfaced with something?
Yes.
Like, I don't...
It's just picture like a big grand wall.
Okay.
With nothing on it.
Okay. Maybe some artwork, some painting. Okay.
Yeah,
I just was having a hard time picturing what that sentence meant.
A massive wall surface.
A wall surface. I'm like, so a wall?
That's just what Wikipedia gave me.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
It's okay. Mm-hmm. Steep copper roofs, dormers, I don't know what those are.
Not a clue.
And gables. Are
Gables?
Those little, like, animal things that come out? The cement animal things? I feel like that's not it. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
At first I thought you were talking about a stable.
No, a gable.
A gable.
A gable.
A gable is the generally triangular portion of a wall between the edges of intersecting roof pitches.
Oh.
I'm sorry, what? That
so
diagram
little triangles.
does not help me.
They, like, go up. They're little...
Okay, so where the roof meets, essentially, at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not what I was thinking.
Okay. Not a little cement animal thing.
No, like, like the gargoyles.
Oh!
Those.
I was like, cement animals? What are you talking about? Like, you on acid again. What are you doing?
All the time.
Okay, well, that was courtesy of Wikipedia. Thank you for the gable definition.
And all of the other buildings are based on different architectural styles. And again, I'm not going to go into any of the architectural styles of the other buildings because I don't, again, want to bore you because I don't find architecture interesting.
If you're an architect fans, so sorry. Please go look it up on your own. It's nothing personal.
No, it's not what we talk about on this podcast.
No, we'd rather talk about bullshit.
Yes, precisely. So you can look up the different architectural styles. The hotel includes 757 guest rooms and suites.
That's a lot.
I know. This place is huge.
Yeah, it's got like 8 floors.
Uh-huh.
It's craziness.
It's awesome.
I love it.
Let's go rent out the whole building.
Oh, that would be very expensive. Let me know when you come up with that kind of money and we can do it.
I'll win the lottery and we can do it.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
We'll just buy the hotel then.
There we go.
Oh, that'd be
and we
so
can
cool.
go live in Canada.
Okay, great.
I want to move to Canada.
Yeah, Canada's pretty great.
It just seems so much happier.
And Banff looks so great.
You can go live in Banff.
It looks like such a cute town, and the park is so pretty.
It'd be perfect.
Let's immigrate.
Could you imagine just living in a house, a little cottage? You wake up every morning to just woods
and snow-capped
and
peaks and glacial
and
lakes,
gorgeous, and you just sit there and you just take it in.
Yeah,
and you get to read your book and drink coffee.
Yeah,
that's like my ultimate fantasy of my house and where I'm going to live.
Yep.
Because
same. And I get so irritated all the time when I look at real estate for fun. Not that we're actually planning on buying anything, but I'm always like, I want. The more, like, the higher up your price range goes when you look at houses, like, the bigger the houses are.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to spend $1 million? Here's a house with 9 bedrooms. I'm like, I don't want 9 bedrooms.
That.
If I'm going to spend $1 million on a house, like, for me and my husband, I would want it to be a perfectly designed, absolutely, like, pristine, amazing, every detail I want, like, cottage.
Mm-hmm.
I want a beautifully done, renovated, like, cottage with, like, a greenhouse and, like, a rustic farm-style kitchen. But I don't want a 9-bedroom house. And, like, if you, like, increase your budget, it's just, like, the houses just get bigger. I'm like, I don't want a big house. I just want a cute little cottage in the mountains.
And then I just want land. That's all I want. I don't want anybody by me. Mm-hmm. I want to be alone in the woods.
Okay.
So, hotel. 757 guest rooms, suites spread throughout the hotel property. The hotel also houses a number of event spaces used for conferences, weddings, and other social events when social events can happen.
Someday.
Now, not yet. The hotel features an outdoor event space, including a terrace garden.
Oh.
They also have a number of restaurants and food-based services within the hotel property, including 12 different restaurants. Other facilities on the hotel property include a bowling alley, tennis court, swimming pool, and a 27-hole golf course.
Damn.
27 holes.
That's
like all day
that
golfing.
seems unnecessary.
How do people golf for that long? The hotel has also been used for many historic events. The UN Charter was drafted and signed by 50 countries in the garden room of Fairmont, San Francisco.
Shut up!
William Leon Mackenzie King.
Is his last name King or he's a king?
I don't know.
I would assume his last name is King.
Okay. William, we'll say Leon Mackenzie King, hosted Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt at Fairmont Les Chateaux in 1943 as they drew up plans for the Normandy invasion of Europe.
Dude, this hotel has seen some shit.
Right?
That's cool.
I know. It keeps going.
Okay.
Lennon and Yoko Ono made history with their bed-in for peace at Fairmont. I was really confused when I wrote this down. At Fairmont, the Queen Elizabeth in Montreal. I'm assuming that might be a suite?
I was just going to say it's either like a suite or like a sister hotel or something.
It might be.
Oh, yes.
Is that a different?
Yeah, I mean it's in Montreal,
okay.
and the one we're talking about is in
gotcha.
Banff. Yeah. So it's sister hotel.
So sister hotel.
But still cool.
Yes. And that was in 1969. And, of course, I found 2 tragedies in this hotel. Mm-hmm. For it being open for 132 years, you'd think that there'd be more.
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing exciting that happened.
It's unreal. Like, there's more tragedies that happen in shopping malls.
Yeah.
Than there are in, like, 150-year-old hotels.
It's ridiculous.
It's kind of dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So, obviously it has seen its fair share of tragedies, horrific murders, suicides, and terrible accidents. And some rooms have been boarded up, and the paranormal are frequently recorded. So, of course, throughout the years, stories have been told and have become embellished, so no one really knows what the true stories are. One of the most popular stories that goes around dates back to 1920, where a bride had fallen down a flight of stairs after she tripped on the hem of her dress and died. Others say that she may have caught fire due to a candle.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a couple of different versions of that one. She either fell and broke her neck or lit on fire.
Yep.
Like,
those are kind of 2 different extremes.
Well, and there's like people were questioning these, of course, because there's no like record of it being in the newspaper. There's no like any hard evidence anywhere that it actually happened. But I also encountered that story when researching.
And then the second one, the hotel closed down room 837 due to people claiming they were terrorized in this room, and the hotel sealed the room off. The hotel claims that no such crime ever took place, but the room is believed to be a place where a man killed his wife and daughter before taking his own life.
Yes. Again, another one where there's no evidence has surfaced of it actually happening, but is a very popular story.
Because I remember reading that most of the places have, like most of the floors have a room like 773, 673.
Yep.
But floor 8 doesn't have that.
Yeah, I'll go into that a little bit in some of my notes here.
Before we start, I got Wiki, Curiosity.com, and Fairmont.com for my sources.
Great. I'm Annie, by the way.
Hey, what's up? I'm Anna.
Wow.
Halfway through again.
Yikes. We've gotten better, and now we've kind of backtracked a little bit.
Because we haven't recorded in 2 weeks.
I know. We're all out of sorts because it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But, okay. So, like you said, of course, there are stories of terrible, tragic things happening in the hotel.
Tell me them!
So, of course, with any even rumored story of murders or bad things happening, there's, of course, lots of stories of ghosts as well. So,
of course.
And it's just an old building. You just have to imagine that at some point, some sort of energy has, like, latched onto the place, even if there wasn't a horrific murder-suicide situation. Like, it's just an old place. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like spirits love old places. So
they do.
So yes, of course. Very famous for being a haunted hotel. But possibly the most famous apparition seen at the hotel. Wait, hold on before I start. Sources are avenuecalgary.com, hauntedrooms.com, and then a website called Taxi Mike. And I guess it's this guy.
Oh, yeah?
Hear me out. So this guy goes around traveling to different places and talks about, I don't know if this is his primary focus, but he has a section on like the paranormal, and he'll like talk about haunted hotels or places, and then he asks people to send in stories, kind of like we do, but it's just a website. But so he basically solicited people to send in stories about their experiences at the hotel, and I'll read a couple of the emails that he got because there's some interesting firsthand stories. Essentially the same kind of thing we'd be looking for from our listeners. So right. I thought it was interesting.
Sweet.
Okay. So, possibly the most famous apparition seen at the hotel is that of the bride that you mentioned. Oh. So, of course, it's not totally certain whether or not she slipped and died or, lit on fire and burned to death.
The world may never know.
We'll never know, but whatever the cause, the story goes that the bride died on the steps. So since the 20s, hotel staff and guests have frequently reported seeing a veiled figure going up and down the stairs, and have also seen a ghostly figure in a wedding dress dancing in the upstairs ballroom of the hotel.
Oh.
Others have even reported seeing her dress in flames while she dances.
Ooh, so it combines both of them.
I mean, it's some pretty haunting imagery to imagine not only a ghost bride dancing by herself, but to have her dress, like, twirling around in flames.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
It'd be super cool. Like,
just...
What? This ghost is on fire.
Awesome.
I know.
I mean, sad for her, but...
Yeah.
But
she's still dancing.
Yeah.
She's not letting it get her down.
She's still enjoying her wedding.
She is.
Hundreds years.
Yeah, people think she's like trying to have the first dance at her wedding that she never got to have because she tragically died in her wedding dress on her wedding day.
That'd be terrible.
I know.
Fuck.
Staff at the hotel have also reported hearing strange, unexplained noises coming from the hotel's bridal suite, even when it's vacant.
Ooh, she's haunting the bridal suite.
She's chilling in the bridal suite, enjoying her big day. So apparently the ghost of the bride is so famous that she has her own Canadian postage stamp.
Oh.
And collector coin with her face on it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What?
She's real famous.
That's so weird.
I want her postage stamp now.
Let's go get her postage stamp.
Or collector coin.
Yes.
Either one. So another famous ghost of the hotel is that of Sam McCauley, a Scotsman who was head bellman at the hotel during the 60s and 70s. So according to guests and staff, Sam's ghost is a friendly one who likes to help people, and most stories about him involve providing service to others.
Aww.
He's so sweet.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I'm just picturing this really cute, like, older gentleman with, like, a pipe sticking out of his mouth and being like, can I help you find something, madam? So there's an interesting story where two elderly women once called the front desk for help after they found out their room key didn't work. So they were like upstairs waiting for the bellhop to come up and help them, but he was like away helping someone else for like 15 minutes. So it took him a while to get up to help them. And when he finally got there, he found that the door was actually unlocked and the woman had been able to get into their room. So he's like, I thought you got locked out, or I thought your key didn't work. What happened? And they said like, an elderly gentleman helped us. He was really kind. And they described exactly what Sam McCauley looked like.
Oh, shit.
And so he like helped them into their room.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's just being nice.
Gosh, what a nice guy.
They said it was an older bellman in a plaid jacket that matched his description. So... yeah, he's so nice.
Just still helping in death.
And sometimes people are helped out by Sam, and they don't like realize he's a ghost at first. They just think he's another hotel staff, and then they go to like tip him, and when they go to tip him, he just disappears.
Oh, that'd be weird.
That'd be so freaking just disorienting. Be like, what the fuck just happened?
Where did he go?
Like, thank you, sir, for your help. Oh, he's gone.
Just kidding. Do they, like, turn away and then turn back and he's gone?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't have any details, but yeah, like, that'd be super just chilling, but also kind of cool to know that, like, at least he's not a mean ghost.
Right.
He's nice.
Exactly.
Other stories about Sam include guests seeing him haunting his old office, which has since been converted into a guest room. So he just likes to, like, hang out there. And he also likes to walk along the mezzanine floor above the ballroom.
No.
There have also been lots of reports of cold spots and vague apparitions being seen on the 6th, 7th, and 9th floors of the hotel, but no one's quite sure if it's Sam or not. They think it might be him, but these apparitions are just more vague in appearance.
Okay.
So... A few other nameless ghosts have been seen in the hotel and reported by guests and staff, one of which is a ghostly bartender who likes to inform guests that they have had too much to drink, and it's best if they just go to bed.
That's awesome.
He's just hanging out at the bar being like, you're drunk, go to bed.
Away.
You go away. And people are like, what the fuck? And it's just a ghost.
That's so awesome. I love that so much.
My favorite
I want to be
ghost
that ghost.
of any of the ghosts we've talked about in our like almost 60 episodes. That is the coolest one. It's just this bartender who likes to tell people they're drunk and they should go to bed.
Sounds perfect.
It's amazing.
Oh, God.
I don't know who he is or why he's there.
Can we go get drunk at this hotel and then get told by the ghosts to go to bed because we're too drunk?
You're drunky. Go to bed.
That'd be
so
perfect.
freaking funny.
Oh my
I think it
gosh.
especially would be funny if someone's just sitting there like stone cold sober and this ghost is like, you're drunk, go to bed. And like, what?
I haven't been drinking anything.
It's just so funny. I want to do that in my afterlife. Just accuse people of being drunk.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. I really liked that one. Apparently people have also seen the ghost of a headless man playing the bagpipes.
Oh, how is he playing a bagpipe without a head?
He's holding it. I don't know. Maybe they just like hear the ghostly bagpipes.
Maybe.
But he's got no head.
I feel like that'd be quite difficult to try and play that without a head.
It's also just so weirdly specific given that there are no like records of someone being like beheaded or like I guess there's the Scotsman Sam Macaulay, but why would he be headless playing the bagpipes? Like what? I don't know.
That's strange.
I don't know. So, of course, in addition to specific apparitions that have been seen, there's also a number of rooms that are specifically haunted.
Ooh.
So paranormal experiences in these rooms include having pillows pulled out from under guests' heads while they sleep.
Oh.
Or even being pushed off of the bed by an unseen force.
Okay, rude.
That's terrifying.
God.
Get shoved out of bed.
Well, you just fucking sleep, guy.
I know. It's
Jeez.
really aggressive.
And could you imagine just your pillow?
Yeah.
Your head just flops down.
That'd be so scary. That's like when you picture the person like running, screaming out of the haunted house, like in their pajamas. That would be me running out of this hotel. Like, no.
Not dealing with
Not
this
doing
tonight.
this bullshit. Mm-mm. So, of course, room 873, like you mentioned, is extra famous for the supposed murder-suicide story that happened there. So ever since then, the few guests that did stay in the room have reported being awakened by screaming and seeing bloody handprints on the mirror
God.
when turning on the lights.
No, thank you.
Yep.
That's terrifying.
And it's creepy because the story goes that the hotel staff who tried to clean up the fingerprints after they were reported were unable to do so.
What?
They were just stuck.
Fuck that.
There's actually two versions of that story. Either they tried to clean them up and they wouldn't come off, or the handprints disappeared when the staff got there.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
more details that are just lost in the generations of embellishment that have happened around this room. So, of course, the room is currently inaccessible. They say it's to keep guests out, but then there's this one person who interviewed the staff, and they said, no, the reason room 873 doesn't exist is because it was combined to make a larger suite, and so room 875 is actually just both rooms combined into a larger space. It's not that they bricked it up to keep people out and keep the ghosts away, and so it depends on who you talk to.
Well,
what
of
the
course,
story
the
is.
hotel is trying to cover it up.
Well, yeah.
They probably just boarded it
It's
up.
a
and now the
conspiracy.
ghosts are just stuck.
Yeah, so apparently, like, people will see apparitions, like, standing outside of where the door to 873, like, would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was, like, one story of, like, someone seeing, like, a little girl, and other people say it's just, like, the murdered family members will hang out outside of the door, but I couldn't really find any details on it specifically. So like you said, the people are convinced it's there because the 8th floor is the only one in the hotel that has no room number ending in 73. The other floors have it, so everyone was like, oh, it should be there. And then there's a baseboard where room 73 would be, and it's like cut in as if there were a door there, and there's a light on the ceiling above where the door would have been.
Okay.
Because there's a light above all the other doors in the hallway. And then people also say that if you knock along the walls between each room, you'll hear like a normal tapping sound. But if you tap where the room would be, there's a hollow sound as if there's a room on the other side of the wall.
Oh.
So I don't doubt that there's a space there. But again, the hotel staff are saying like they just combined it. They didn't like brick up the secret room. Yeah. So
yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt.
We can go rent room 8, was it 875?
Yeah.
To see how big it is.
Yeah.
And we can knock on where the door to 873 is supposed to be to see if we can hear it from 875.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
Never knock.
Never knock.
Don't knock.
I almost watched another knock
Don't
movie.
knock twice. So many stupid movies about knocking. They're all terrible. Every single one.
I found another, I don't remember the name of it, but it was another knock movie and I thought about watching it.
Dude, you have to
But I
at this
didn't.
point. It's kind of like our thing now.
It really is.
That's so funny.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, so this is actually really cool, and I feel like this one's a little bit more believable, and it seemed like it was maybe a slightly more plausible story than the like murder-suicide that no one could prove actually happened. So apparently there's also a secret room where during the original construction of the hotel, a mistake was made by the contractor, and they ended up building a room with no windows or doors.
Oh?
So the construction company doesn't tell the owner about it. They're just like, oops, well, let's go ahead and cover that up and just pretend like that didn't happen. And they never discovered it until the fire in 1926.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. So they found this room that just had no windows or doors. And we're like, what the fuck is this doing here? Like, what? And then people have reported seeing apparitions roaming the hallway just outside of where the room is.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that cool?
That's neat.
I want to stay in the secret room.
That'd be
If
so
you could
much
get me in
fun.
there somehow.
Yes.
Just like cut a little chunk out of the bottom and I'll go crawl in and stay.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's
It'd be
pretty
so
cool.
dark.
Yeah. Did I tell you we stayed in a hotel room once with no windows?
No.
It doesn't sound as creepy as it feels. Like,
Sounds
we
terrible.
went to stay somewhere. Anders and I went to stay in Duluth earlier this summer, and we went to a hotel in Canal Park, and I didn't realize this. This was my bad. I didn't read the description of the room closely enough, but it's this room in a hotel that used to be an old, like, industrial, like, factory, and they converted it into a hotel, and there's this whole strip of rooms in the middle of the hotel that is not on, like, either side of the building. It is literally just in the middle, and there are no windows. So there's 2 doors. There's a door from either side of the hallway, but there's no windows. And we got in, and we're like, what the hell? Our hotel room doesn't have a window.
Fuck.
And it had this, like, giant pillar in the middle of the room. It was, like, fucking huge. And I was like, where are we?
So weird.
And I booked it because I was like, oh, this seems like a really reasonable price for Canal Park. Everywhere else is so much more expensive. I'm like, well, now I know why, because there's no freaking window.
I get it.
It was so, like, I literally looked to see if any other rooms were available because we got so claustrophobic.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was just like, you don't realize how suffocating it feels until you're sitting in a room with no windows and you can't, like, I was like, oh my god, I hate
freaked
it
out,
so
I get
much.
stuck.
It was terrible.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I hated it.
No.
So,
Yeah. Did
so
you
maybe
guys get a new room?
No.
Oh.
There's nothing else available.
Oh.
So maybe I wouldn't enjoy the secret room. I'll just visit
There you
the
go.
secret room.
Yeah, that sounds better.
So, now we have some ghost stories from Taxi Mike's website.
Ooh, Taxi Mike.
So I copied these verbatim because they were actual emails from people that he had quoted on his website. So I hope I don't get sued for reading these out loud. They're all in quotes, so I didn't write any of these. These all came from people. So, Mike, I worked 2 summers at the hotel, 1979 to 1980. A veteran housekeeper told me she had seen a wandering bride go in and out of vacant rooms on many occasions. A waiter told me he had seen chairs moving in the dining room by themselves. I recall one night walking through an employee tunnel and hearing steps behind me, but no one was there.
Oh. There they are.
Yep. So
Coming
just
for ya.
more confirmation of the bride and other creepy things happening. Hi, Mike. I stayed at the hotel for a few days at the end of February 2017. We were in a room on the 3rd floor, 321, I think. One night, I woke up to someone playing with my feet.
No!
My vision is not the greatest without my contacts, so I did not see anyone. It sort of creeped me out.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Ain't nobody gonna play with my feet.
A little tickle.
That's why I never
tickle.
put my feet over the side of the bed, and my feet
Never.
are always underneath the sheets.
Or hands.
Yes.
I'm so scared someone's gonna, like, be licking my hand.
Oh,
over the edge
God,
of the bed.
no. My hands are always curled up right next to my face.
Yep. Off limits.
Yep.
All right, so here's another one. Hi, Mike. I found your website when trying to research if anyone else has had an encounter like mine. I stayed at the Fairmont Banff last week for a work conference and did not do any research on the resort before my arrival. I had no idea it is supposed to be haunted. I stayed in room 291, and in the middle of my first night while in bed, I became paralyzed by something taking over me.
Oh.
I was physically unable to move in my bed and was shown an image of a female in a white dress with candles on the ground around her, standing in front of a mirror that she was touching. The mirror is what stood out to me the most because even though she was standing in front of it, I could not see her face, and it was disturbing.
Oh.
I finally felt a release and was able to move again, and the vision was gone.
Fuck that.
Super specific.
Terrifying.
Like, highly vivid specific.
Yeah.
Like, candles, mirror, like...
Everything.
That seems really specific to have made the whole thing up, I feel like. And to, like, have a vision of a woman in a white dress and not know anything about the hotel's history. Like, it wasn't just, like, you had a nightmare because you knew the hotel was haunted. Like, very, very creepy.
I don't like that.
All right, one more. I went to Banff Springs this year in June 2013 with my mom, dad, and my younger brother. I didn't know anything about the ghosts because my family knows I get incredibly freaked out thinking about hauntings or anything scary. I was there for 3 nights, and the first night I fell asleep right away, no problems. In the middle of the night, I woke up and saw a man in all white with white hair, presumably the bellman Sam, standing by my bed staring at me. I thought I was seeing something, so I rubbed my eyes and looked up again. He was still looking at me, but as soon as we made eye contact, he sprinted out of the room.
Oh.
Sprinted. Didn't just disappear, he sprinted.
He just was getting the fuck out.
Peaced out.
Bye.
But out of the room towards the side with the window instead of going towards the door. So he books it towards the window.
Okay.
Yep.
Jump out the window guy?
I thought nothing of it because I thought I was just seeing things, so I tried to fall back asleep with little luck. In the morning at breakfast, I told my mom about what I had seen, and she laughed and told me the hotel is known for being haunted and that I should look it up.
Oh.
So Sam's, like, creeping
so
over his
funny.
bed and then just, like, pieces out the window. Like,
They caught me.
Oops.
Time to leave.
I'm creeping.
That's so funny.
All right, and here's the last one. It's a little bit long, but it's creepy. So, hi, Mike. I found your website while trying to find some information on the history surrounding the weird little wing we stayed in the last 2 nights at Banff Springs Hotel. We had room 914, which my husband started saying was on floor 9 3/4, Harry Potter reference, because it is actually on the 10th floor. So it's 914, but it's on the 10th floor, I guess.
Oh, that's weird.
You get off of the regular elevator on the 9th floor and then have to go down a hall, and nestled up against the outside wall is this older, small little elevator, which you have to use to get to the 10th, 11th, and 12th floors.
No, thank you.
Anyways, there were only 4 rooms altogether on our small little floor, and I'm not sure any of them were in use because we saw nobody else except one cleaning person, who I'm assuming was an actual live person and not an apparition. I tell you this so you know it is most unlikely that anybody was walking past the room and trying the door repeatedly all night, which is what happened.
Fuck that.
Both of the nights we stayed on the 14th and 15th, all night long, every few minutes, there was the distinct sound of someone trying the door and finding it locked.
Fuck that.
My husband was already asleep before the noise started the first night. At first, I assumed it was a draft causing the door to move in the frame a bit, and I attempted to stop the movement by putting a heavy couch pillow up against the door, but it didn't stop the problem, which went on through the night. The noise did not happen at all during daylight hours, and I forgot all about it until last night, and it was actually my husband who noticed it first around midnight, the same time it started the night before. He commented on it and started looking for something to put up against the door to stop it, assuming, like me, that it was a draft. I have no idea if it was a ghost occurrence or not, but I did grow up in Victoria, British Columbia, where I spent many years of my life living in and or staying in century-old houses, so I'm very familiar with the sound a closed door will make when a draft hits it, the small movement in the frame. This was different. This was distinctly the sound of someone trying the handle of the door and finding it locked. I didn't really register the first night as I was already asleep when it started, so I did the pillow thing in a bit of a fog, but when I woke up yesterday morning, I looked at the pillow and wondered why it hadn't fixed the issue and realized it was the sound of the door handle being tried. So,
nope.
Literally just
Fuck
someone
that.
going up to the door and jiggling the handle repeatedly every few minutes throughout the night, both nights they were there.
That's terrifying.
Didn't happen during the day. Didn't get stopped by, like, a heavy pillow up against the door. Like, I cannot think of anything creepier than someone repeatedly trying your door to your room. To get in.
I would have all of the deadbolts and everything locked,
my
everything
God.
piled up on the frickin' door to make sure nobody was getting into my room.
Well, especially because, like, the way she described it, I'm picturing, like, this itty-bitty little, like, half floor where it's literally only their room and 3 other rooms. It's this tiny little area where there wouldn't be people, like, running by. It wouldn't be, like, some high school student playing a prank.
Right.
And if they were playing a prank, they wouldn't do it all night for 2 nights in a row. Like, that's excessive.
You gotta sleep.
they do it for like an hour and then go to bed or something. Like that one just like creeped me out so bad because I'm so scared of someone coming up to our bedroom door and like trying our door handle because our bedroom lock doesn't work.
Oh no.
It doesn't actually lock the door. So I was like,
no one come in, please.
So scared.
Oh, that sounds awful.
So yeah, that one like gave me the creeps while I was writing it out or copy pasting it.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So kind of a long one, but I thought it was creepy.
I like that.
So,
well, friends,
those are the ghosts of the Fairmont Banff
Banff
Hotel.
I said Banff.
In Banff, Canada.
Banff.
Banff?
Because there's
it does have two F's. Yep.
So
the Banff.
Banff.
Is that a burp mid Banff?
Yep, it was. It's
delicious.
A fancy Banff because it's French.
Yes, Canada. Very the Banff Fairmont Hotel.
That's what it is now, friends.
Yep.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Guys, if you've been to this hotel, please let us know. Or if you've ever experienced anything creepy at another hotel or anywhere you've ever lived or stayed, we want to hear about any paranormal experiences that have happened to you.
Heck yeah.
Please send them in to nightmarenation19@gmail.com.
Or, you can also check us out on the social media and check out our super awesome new shirts that we're wearing.
Yes, our matching
there
shirts.
too.
I love them so much.
The Instagram, nightmare.nation19. The Facebook, nightmare_nation19. Or you can find us on the YouTube.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
You can't escape from us.
Nope.
We're following you.
We're following
wherever
you.
you go.
Sorry.
Anywhere you've got an internet connection.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here for you.
So sorry. Oh my god, I almost forgot.
What?
Our most important segment.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I don't have...
What about your Christmas
we can make a
cocktail
Christmas martini.
Yeah. So guys, it's time for a craft cocktail cult, which I almost forgot and Anna almost forgot. So sorry.
But we're here now.
We're here. So we're giving you a holiday-themed recipe today.
Yep, we are.
Anna made one last week, this week. All right. So what we're making for you, or what Anna already made for you, is a Christmas martini.
It's so fucking delicious.
I know.
It's a Christmas cranberry martini.
Oh, so sorry. So I know it's after Christmas when you're hearing this episode, but it's still the holiday season. You can still make one.
Yes.
Be festive.
You have to make this because it's fucking delicious.
I'm so excited to try one.
So you have 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of 100% cranberry juice, not sweetened.
Not cranberry juice cocktail bullshit.
Yes. By
so sugary.
The actual cranberry juice that is ungodly tart in the little glass jar.
I'm pretty sure, doesn't Ocean Spray make like little cans of like legit cranberry juice?
Maybe.
I never buy
I know
it.
they do pineapple juice.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know about cranberry.
I feel like someone makes cans of cranberry juice. Anyway, not cranberry juice cocktail, the big stuff in the giant plastic jug. That's not real cranberry juice.
No.
So
get actual cranberry juice just from cranberries, and the ingredients are cranberries.
What? Is that how that works?
So buy that one because it's going to be tart.
Yep.
If you buy cranberry juice cocktail, it's going to be way too fucking sweet, and it's going to probably not taste super awesome.
You'll be drinking sugar.
So don't do that. And then a 1/2 ounce of Cointreau.
Very fancy with our French hotel.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's delicious.
Good job.
If you don't have Cointreau, you can use triple sec because I think those are the same.
They're both orange flavored, right?
Yes.
They're similar.
But Cointreau is absolutely delicious. I think we use triple sec. Mm-hmm. We want to get Cointreau to see what the difference is because we bought Grand Marnier.
And I know that is a lot tastier than triple sec from what I've heard. It's just more expensive. So
yeah. So 1/2 ounce of either Cointreau or triple sec. 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice.
Fresh squeeze. You know the drill by now.
Yeah, you do. 2 teaspoons of simple syrup or maple syrup, which would be fine. I don't know that I would use maple syrup because it's a dark syrup. And typically with dark syrups, you'd want to use it more with a dark liquor and not vodka.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I would probably not use maple syrup in my brain, but
just go with the standard simple syrup.
It's so easy to make.
It really is. And then for garnish with cranberries and a rosemary sprig.
Cute.
So you're going to place the vodka, cranberry juice, Cointreau, lemon juice, and syrup in a cocktail shaker with ice. Make sure you add your ice last. Otherwise, you're going to have a really gross melted down watery drink, and you don't want that.
More recipes should specify that.
Yes.
They don't point that out, and like if you're not thinking about it, like that's gonna really change the flavor of your drink. If you are slowly measuring out all of your ingredients with your ice already in there and everything is starting to melt and get watered down, like that's an important step.
It is.
And they don't specify.
Especially because half the time we'll be making drinks and then get sidetracked and then forget about it and then come back, and luckily we didn't have any ice in there. So otherwise it would have tasted like shit.
Yeah.
So after you add your ice, you shake for 15 seconds until cold. Then you're going to strain your drink into a cocktail or martini glass, garnish with cranberry and rosemary, and serve. Y'all, this is fucking delicious.
I can't wait to have one.
Literally one of the best beverages I think we have made.
I'm really excited to try it, because we've made a lot of beverages.
I know.
Yeah.
Seriously, when I tasted it, I was like, holy shit.
I'm like trying to imagine what that's going to taste like in my head. I'm thinking about the ingredients, and I can't like come up with a flavor. Because
it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. Like it almost tastes exactly like cranberry juice cocktail.
Is it not too tart with doing lemon and cranberry juice?
You still have a tartness, but then the simple syrup helps to calm down the tartness,
I suppose. And with
so
the
you still get
Cointreau,
some
too.
sweet.
Yeah.
It's God.
Well, we're gonna make one.
So good.
I'm excited.
Oh,
guys,
delicious.
Try out this recipe.
Try it out.
Please let us know what you think.
Heck yeah.
We already did all the other stuff.
Yep, we did.
We did it out of order. So you already got the spiel. So
don't use Ouija boards.
Yeah, we'll just we'll go ahead and sign off with the don't use a Ouija board, don't have a seance, don't summon demons, don't ask for demons to possess you or anyone you know. Just don't.
Just don't do it.
And be safe over the holidays, friends.
Be safe. And have a happy New Year. Let's hope 2021 brings us joy and happiness and the end to this shit.
And not COVID.
And not COVID.
Not more COVID. Great.
That would be perfect.
Until next time, friends.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.